Alright, I got the stream on, but I don't know if there's any
Hey, Star
sound.
Fox.
Okay, there it is. Cool, we're good. I need to mute it though.
Good morning.
Morning. All right, Star Fox only has a couple hours for us, so we're gonna push
Yep.
along.
Alright, yep, and I gotta leave at 1, so
Oh, god damn you
I
people!
got like 3 hours. So, yeah. I gotta take my brother to the airport, so, but, yeah.
Oh.
That's interesting. The reason I have to leave at 12 is because I got to bring my friend to the airport.
Nice. Is he flying to Vegas?
No, back to Japan.
Oh.
Oh,
The other
okay.
Vegas. All
That's a
right. The
that's a
weeaboo
bigger
Vegas.
flight. Yeah, the other Vegas.
Yes.
That's messed up. Alright. So yeah, we were about to. I don't know if you already did it. Hopefully, Zurium, but we were looking at, or if you had anything you wanted to buy, but we wanted to buy stuff
Alright.
in. So yeah,
Water.
we were
Oh,
about
boy.
to. I don't know if we had like a slightly, or I can't remember. Did we get to buy things
No,
cheaper
I'm
in
saving
Wadi?
money for a staff. That's what we're doing. We're saving money for a staff.
Okay, then we don't need to worry about that probably.
Okay.
We were headed to the Grand Library or something, weren't we?
Yes, we are about to cross the river, or as Albanians would call it, the ocean, and we were going to go to the library that's on the other side of the city, or the other side of the river, rather. It's like there's like another city on the other side of that river, apparently. Like what? How do we not know this already? But
Yeah. Well,
apparently there's like another city right over there. It's a very big
I
river.
mean, if you
to be
guys
fair.
have ever like Google Earthed the Nile River, I mean, this is pretty much where you guys are. The River Sphinx is basically
Yeah.
the Nile River.
Yeah.
And it's pretty wide, but there is civilization settlements everywhere. Like it's nonstop. It's almost like an ongoing city that never ends when you look at it top down. But so you know it's yeah. There's cities everywhere. They're just
Yeah.
far to get to because of a river or other things, I guess.
Yeah, we have to take like a boat across, which we wouldn't have been able to do earlier anyway because all the ports were like shut down.
Right, the city was a little bit on a lockdown. But if you really wanted to, you're like, we're
Yeah.
gonna swim across the river. I'd be like, okay, random encounter chart. You get swallowed by
alligators.
something.
Sorry, crocodiles.
If I had been playing Araxia, I'd been like, I'm going to the other side of the river. You can't
I'm
stop
gonna
me.
get help.
Well, I'd say you
Oh
can't
my
stop
god,
me,
this
but
mask
you
is so
definitely
cool.
would. You definitely would if you wanted to.
But yeah, so you guys were planning on taking the ferry to cross the River Sphinx into the new city. Is there anything Zerdurium had in his inventory that you wanted to sell? I think I already grabbed one thing and sold it because I was pretty sure you didn't want it. But everything else.
Oh yeah, if we want to sell stuff here, this is the place to do it.
I have
'cause
an
we get
unidentified item in my inventory that I don't know what it is.
nice. All right, we can roll spellcraft
Roll an
checks.
appraise check.
Oh, it's appraised.
Jewelry, 500
Yeah, that's
gold
pretty good.
pieces.
Great, sell it.
Let me grab
Should I put it in the
that.
party sheet?
You can or I can, either way.
Where do I put it?
You just drag it
In the
into
parcel items?
inventory.
Yeah.
Ta-da!
The party inventory.
There we go. Okay.
Thanks.
All right, and so you begin your quest. They pay for your ferry to cross, and they wish you well.
Thank you.
It's very nice of them.
We'll try and find out what we can of this mask.
All right.
So that it does not fall into the wrong hands.
Oh yeah, I still have it. I didn't sell it yet, but we have another meta magic rod too. But I was thinking of possibly selling it. It's a disruptive meta magic
This
rod.
mask is everything I want in life, as was Pops.
It's pretty dope, huh?
I know
To be
it
able
was
to
made for you.
Just like destroy undead.
Yeah. Well, we'll go research about it and see if we can, and maybe it will.
Although if
But now
Jacob
you
had
guys
it
know
in
how.
Mantis' game, he would command undead.
Yeah, now you know how he had control over that revenant.
Yeah.
All right.
That's true.
You guys didn't kill her, but I did. Okay. Here is your new map.
Tofu.
Yeah. This is also where that guy the other guy came from, wasn't it?
You heard that he was here, yeah.
Like from his grandma or whatever.
Mm-hmm. She was not happy about what he was doing, but she had no control.
Yeah. Is this like the map that they hand us when we at the docks? Like, here you go.
The brochure.
No, you
Here's
want to see the map
brochure.
they hand you at the docks? Here you go. This is the one you get. Oh,
Ah,
yeah.
gross.
I know. You're welcome. I imported a better map.
What's this low resolution?
I know,
Yeah,
it's
the one you
really
imported is
bad.
much nicer. Are these like farm fields or something over here on the side of the Sphinx?
So just like the Nile
kinda
River, they have like all these
Yeah, yeah.
strips of farm all along the river.
Right,
it's
yeah,
where
because these are
irrigation is.
floodplains.
Yeah. So pretty much just like the Egypt Nile River city areas.
During the rainy season, this probably floods over, and then the docks are like harder to reach. But you know, they probably have like really tall like the docks are probably taller going to these entrances or something. Maybe not. Maybe they just float. I don't know. I don't know how they would do it. All right, not that important anyway. So yeah, I guess do we have like I don't remember. Did we have like a letter or something to let us get into the, or do we just assume that it's free access library? You just need to sign up for a library card.
You were
I don't know how that
not
works.
given a letter. They don't know much about the library themselves. They just know that
Okay.
it's controlled by the city. So you'll probably have to ask around and I guess trial and error.
Yeah.
So you guys make it here, and the city's bustling. It is a bustling city.
All right. Well, I'm gonna ask
Much nicer than
around
the other
for.
city.
Yeah, they don't have any zombies and shit here. At least I don't see. I can't see any yet. But maybe they're just really like good at handling it, like better at handling it than we are, and there really actually are zombies. So I'm gonna ask around just in case.
You slightly freak a lady out. She's like, zombies in the city. Oh no, darling, I haven't seen any. And then she
Okay,
hears
but
your...
is there anything else going on besides zombies?
No, not that I'm aware of. But if you find out anything, oh, please
Alright.
tell me.
Yeah. It seems like it's pretty boring over here.
Yeah, well, that's because the mask was in our city, but now we've brought the mask here, so things are going to change pretty soon.
Things are going to get a lot more interesting now. You're
Oh,
welcome.
God.
You're welcome, Tefu.
So it's hot and dusty and perpetually busy, is like they like to say here. The streets are full of hawkers and peddlers.
Yeah, we don't get a discount with these guys, so we're loyal to the shops of Wadi, and we're not going to give businesses to their competitors in Tefu.
A man approaches you guys and he's like, would you like to buy some of my savory minced lamb? Over here.
Sure.
Of course,
I'd like something to eat.
Rastag's like, yes, but I'm like, no, we can't do that.
I'm like rolling
We
my
can't-
eyes, like really.
We can't
We're not
support
gonna
the
do this?
Tefu Industries. Oh, actually, I guess for food we probably can. It's kind of unreasonable to not eat while we're over here.
We have to eat at some point. Yeah.
We
Oh.
do have
Not
to
a
eat at
ring of
Tefu.
sustenance. We don't have to eat.
Oh yeah, actually, we gave Wizpops the Ring of Sustenance, didn't
Yeah,
we?
yes.
While he
Oh,
wasn't here.
did you?
I forgot that part.
Mhm.
Because we're like,
see
Wizpops
that.
probably would like that.
I
Yeah.
want to see how he seasons his meat. It might give me some culinary tips.
I don't
It's still in my
see-
inventory.
Okay.
Oh, it's still in your
Okay.
inventory? Never mind then. I
Oh,
thought
yeah,
Wizpops
I
had
mean-
They
it.
have a flag.
I don't really
Do
want it.
you
So
have a
if
flag?
Wizpops wants it, I'll give it to him.
I mean,
Do we have a flag? God damn it. We don't need a bloody flag. We live here.
Alright.
I would wear the
so
ring
you
of
go and you
sustenance.
buy some savory minced meat, and while you're
I don't
purchasing
really
minced
care.
meat across the way, you hear somebody shouting, "Magic carpets for sale! Magic carpets!"
Ooh.
I don't think I
I
can
wanna go
afford
see
one
that.
of those.
The ring is in the party sheet.
I want to go inquire
Oh,
about the
okay.
magic carpets.
Alright. Raz has
Only
got
needing
like a
2
big
hours of
chunk
sleep
of lamb in
is
his mouth as he's
Probably
like,
the biggest
checking out
part of it.
carpets.
But
Yeah. Is it? I hope it's tasty. I'm sure it
Wasn't
is.
it minced
Yeah,
lamb?
it's tasty.
it was minced lamb, yeah.
I might have to mince the next scorpion, giant scorpion we find. See how it affects the texture and flavor.
The flag
So,
actually has
be
a
like in a-
scroll on it, so this library seems like it's a big thing for them.
So you go to the magic carpet seller, and he's like, "Oh, are you
Yeah,
interested in
sure.
a carpet?"
I go look at it.
I nod my head. I've heard much about magic
Don't-
carpets and stories.
I whisper, don't let this used carpet salesman talk you into anything. Actually, I don't know. These might not be used carpets. I just assume they are.
He's
I
like,
look
"We
at the
have
quality of the
ordinary
carpet.
carpets, and over here, I have a magic carpet."
I asked to see the magic properties of the carpet. Can it fly?
Fly? No, here, look. And he grabs a glass of water, and he pours it on the carpet, and the water just kind of
Oh, and it absorbs it?
soaks into it, yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
This is
What
like
was
some
so special
Billy
about
Mays
this?
shit here.
It cleans itself.
He's like, and he's like, but wait, there's more.
If
No,
you order
that's,
in the next 2 minutes,
that's the sales
Oh,
pitch.
that's it?
Yeah.
That's not a very good sales pitch.
I'm sorry, I didn't practice this. I'll practice my
I would
heckling
like
I
better.
take
to-
it back, Raz. This is
Can I
not.
appraise the carpet and see
This
what
used
I think
carpet
it's worth?
salesman is not a snake oil salesman. He does not have a way with words.
I look at Whiz Pops. What do you think?
Raz,
it's just an old
You
piece
think
of
the
rug.
carpet's
You really
really
want
nice?
to get this?
the way that
It's really nice?
Yeah, it's really nice. The way that it's designed, but you don't have any inkling that it's
God damn it.
magical. Not that you can identify magical things, but you're like,
Right.
I think this is
It
just
looks
like,
magic to me.
yeah. Well, yeah, it looks cool, and it's it's a
Maybe
really
there's
cool
just
looking carpet.
sponges. There's sponges
Can
in
I
the carpet. that's
ballpark the range of
absorbing
what
shit.
it's worth? Like maybe 50 gold or something like that?
It's about 100 gold. It's a really large carpet, like for a big entry.
Well, I haven't tried haggling too much, but I feel like it's more of like a professional courtesy to try. And Raz says that I very much like this carpet, and it would look very nice within any kind of room that I might be staying in, for I'm an adventurer. I will offer him 75 fine gold pieces for this carpet.
Okay.
And I will throw my gentlemanly knoll diplomacy check.
Oh
That's a
snap!
really good roll.
He's like
I do have a circlet of persuasion.
he
Yeah.
says he looks at you and says I suppose I wouldn't get much more out of you. Deal.
All right, thank you. And I buy this fine carpet, and I easily demonstrate that I have the strength to like just kind of heft it all by myself
like-
on one arm.
What are you doing? You don't even have a house.
He's got lamb in a mouth.
Well,
and
we're
a
gonna be
carpet
staying
over his
somewhere,
shoulder.
and I want it to be nice. And you know what? This might actually be a very good thinking carpet. While we research.
I don't think I've ever even heard of a thinking carpet. Is that something gnolls do? Thinking carpets?
I say, well, most of the time we don't have any carpet to think on, so I'm pretty sure that I'll already be feeling better and more intellectual by sitting upon it.
Ugh, no logic.
Well, alright, if you think it'll help.
I tell the salesman that you should advertise these as thinking carpets too, or at least give that as one of their qualities.
He,
Sitting
like,
on something
listened
comfy
intently to
does. Sitting comfortably on something does help the mind. It puts you more at ease. And I'm gonna put this into my inventory. So 75 gold pieces, sweet.
you. Yeah.
I don't
didn't
know. I
expect
think
to sell a
Wizpops
carpet,
thinks best
but I
on his
sold a
feet.
carpet.
What did you
Nice.
say? I do what?
I
on
said
my
I think
feet?
Wizpops thinks best on his feet.
Then he can pace
Oh
on the
yeah,
carpet.
for sure. Because if I sit down, I have such a hard time getting up. If I sit on the ground, I always sit on chairs.
All right. Oh, thank you, carpet vendor.
Mhm.
And I guess we keep going. I'm already loving
Friggin'
Tefu.
Tourist trap. Says he here.
It is. You guys pass by more shops that are selling hookah pipes, pesh, pots and pans, camels, dancing girls, and boys.
Dancing girls.
Yeah,
Do
it's
you
fair.
sell those?
If you want to buy limes or olives or mint tea, it can all be found.
I have a feeling that Pesh might be legal here. Assyrian isn't too far away from Katapesh.
Okay.
It's very close. Sherboard. But Raz already knows about Pesh.
But as you guys walk through
Not something that
these
he wants to-
vendors, they all try to sell to you.
Well, I do like spending money. Spending money is one of the things that civilized people do.
So Raz goes on a shopping spree.
I would also like to just gather information while I'm shopping and being sociable with people about
Okay.
where good magical enchanters are, for I have weapons that need to be enchanted,
Ensorcelled?
ensorcelled. I don't think I know that word yet. But yes, I do plan to get some weapons enchanted.
Oh, there's a picture I never
That's,
shared for you guys.
Just want to take a couple days.
In case you want to see it.
Pretty.
Oh, it is like scenic
That'd be like
by the
the
river.
reeds right by the river, yeah.
That guy with the reeds looks kind of shifty. He's looking over his shoulders. Is anybody looking? Taking
They know I'm taking these reeds. I wasn't actually hired. I'm taking these home.
I hope no one finds out I can't even read.
Hmm. So you're looking for like a weaponsmith?
Someone who can enchant, yes, weapons for me.
Wizard.
A hairy
Maybe a
wizard.
cleric.
You hear a couple of things. Maybe some people misinterpret what you're asking for. So you're directed to an academy of scribes where you'll find magic people.
Okay.
You're directed to Maybe Fort Tempu, where their like military is, and maybe they'll have better information.
Okay, I think I think whoever it is that's telling me this information.
I'm sorry. I'm scrolling down all this. So I'm trying to see if there's anything else. The People Square. Which are you guys in the People Square right now? You guys are in. Who's number 20? Number 20 is Tower. Number 21's. No, you're not in the People's Square, but you're in the new city.
Yes.
Sorry, the People's Square?
By day, the
Oh,
person
yes,
you're
I
talking
remember.
about, they're like People's Square. By day, the plaza is busy. If pedestrian, wait, by day this plaza is busy. If pedestrian, that's the sentence.
Generic average, like normal.
Oh.
Yeah.
But by night, after the hot sun descends, it transformed into a stage for fire eaters, street vendors, acrobatics, dancers, contortionists, snake charmers, and other performers. Where you'll find magicians
district.
and wizards and dancing baboons and singers and storytellers and all kinds of stuff. And diverse traders frequently encountered approach you there.
All right. Cool. I'll definitely check those out then. And while I figure one of the things that Raz is gonna buy, while looking through all this stuff is he's going to buy like a very like nice fine, hot weather outfit just to upscale him a little bit more in class. And I've gone ahead and modified my hot weather outfit to a masterwork one.
Okay.
And it's fine airy cloth, and it is a flowing silken robe with a turban and a veil. And I got my rug. But yep. Anyway, that's it for me.
All right.
I am the classiest Knoll around.
With a carpet over his shoulder.
Yeah. Hey, maybe someday I'll have this thing enchanted so that it can fly. We already know it's really nice, so it could be enchanted.
Yeah. Means it's masterwork, right?
Technically.
Yeah, I mean, I paid 75 gold for it, so yeah, it's at least masterwork.
Yeah, that is.
Look at all these embroiderings.
Overpaid. Yeah.
And when it does become a flying carpet, if it gets wet, it'll just absorb all the wetness. So no problem about it going into the ocean or something.
Oh, jeez. No logic.
Because I mean, if it's wet, then that's extra like water weight. It'll weigh it down while it's trying
absorb
to
the
fly.
whole river. Just stick it in a lake.
It
It'll
might.
absorb it. You never know. Okay. Yeah. So, what else? What else would you guys like to do?
Yeah. What about you guys?
We must do research.
I guess, yeah, it looks like the library's just like in the center.
Oh, then
It's
we
like
should
this
head to the
walled off-
library.
There's like a walled off section in the old city here. That's where apparently the library is. And there's a bunch of other stuff there too.
So about an hour has passed from your guys' shopping spree.
Yeah, sounds good.
Oh, jeez.
It's a civilized knoll.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? It's funny that you link that. I haven't shown it to my Strange Aeons players yet, but that is the picture of Hyena Princess Nijano.
No, yeah, we just heard her name at the end of last session, so yeah, that's funny. We're apparently just about to meet her then.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a Strange Aeons picture?
Yes.
Yeah. That
Okay,
garb
spoiler.
she's wearing isn't like super proper to this city, but yeah. She's in a nearby city though, right? They're kind of close.
No.
No.
No, I think it's on the
Okeno
other
is not
side of-
nearby here.
Huh.
Let's see.
Anywho, let's not ruin Star Fox's Strange Aeons experience. Okay, so yeah, perhaps through conversation with various people, somebody does ask where the library might be, and you guys have been pointed to the city center called the Old City.
The old city?
This sounds all too familiar.
Okay. Let's head to the gates of the old city.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Why do you say that, Pops?
Because what happened in the other old city we went to?
That was the necropolis. Its history is substantially different than the one here. I'm certain that there's nothing's going to happen.
The original city of Tefu was built at a distance from the river to avoid the worst of the annual flooding, with stone walls to keep out the rest. Throughout the old city, remnants of the past stare mournfully from sandstone walls worn by time. Sandstorms over the ages have worn away many of the features of the dozens of statues and hieroglyphs that populate the plaza. Some are known only of diligent record keeping by the scribes, probably of the Great Library. So, that's kind of what that looks like as you guys start to approach it. And if you guys go into the old city, you see like some of the finest townhouses and offices and whatnot, and you're willing to bet that it's probably for the very wealthy and government type officials.
I see. So the old city became gentrified. It was all class.
Yes.
Where all it had character and quaintness, and that's where all the rich people ended up.
Yeah, guards, wealthy merchants, and scholars. And then there's this grand old library standing in the center of it.
Sounds good. I assume Pops is familiar with libraries, so I'll let him take the lead.
I mean, I've been to them.
The high blue dome of Tefu's great library, topped with shining gold pinnacles, towers over the surrounding buildings. Huge columns rise from immense footings along the edifice's sheer walls.
This building is very large.
Head up to the front doors, taking in the sights of this grand old city.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, you guys gonna make your way in? Or do you have other plans? Do you guys want to maybe secure a place to stay, or...
No, I'll just head to the library. We're here now.
Alright, looks like we're going to the library then.
Yep, I'm good with that. That's what we came here for. I mean, unless we wanted to find a place to stay, if we're assuming we're staying here, like, we're probably staying here at least at night. We could get that out of the way first, I guess, if we wanted. But other than that, maybe we can do that afterwards, too.
I'm concerned. All these squares have formed on the ground.
Nero says, I'll look for somewhere to stay. Do you want me to take your carpet?
I say no, that's alright, Nero. I think we may need it for some studying. Thank you,
That's
but
right. He wants to lie down in the middle of the library
It's
somewhere.
his thinking carpet.
Alright.
Yeah,
It's
it's
my
his
thinking
thinking
carpet.
carpet. Alright, Nero goes to find us somewhere to stay. Very convenient for the GM. I'm
It was
on to
almost
you.
like it was my idea.
Yeah. I appreciate it, actually, because that's what I would have done, too.
He comes back. I couldn't find anywhere. I'm sorry.
We're sleeping on the banks.
We can look together now.
Like, you had
now
one
that we're
job.
together.
It's okay, I've got my carpet.
We're chased
I'll
away
be
by some
comfortable.
farmer. Get out of my field!
Alright, enormous bronze doors etched with images of rampant sphinxes lead into the library's cavernous interior. These are huge bronze doors. Huge! And there are four guards standing at the doorway. The door is closed.
This is the first test. Do you have the strength to open the doors to the library?
I mean,
Nope.
if this was Manchester's campaign, the answer would be no.
No.
But in this campaign, I think we have at least like a couple people that are
That's
strongish.
true. God.
Like Raztek's really
Yeah,
strong.
that's me.
The 15 strength check doors are our biggest weakness.
Yeah, and everyone in the party has 12 strength.
So the guards are there, and
Yeah, there's just
I'm
four
assuming we
guards
approach
standing
them.
at the door. I don't know. What do you guys do?
Walk up.
I approach them. Yep.
They're looking at you awkwardly.
I introduce
Hey.
myself.
I let Raz finish off the talking.
Oh, okay. You sure?
Yes.
Okay. I am Raztek, and these are my companions. And I'll let them introduce themselves when they're ready. And I tell them that we have journeyed far to come and seek the wisdom of this library.
They look at each other, and then one of them looks back at you and says, "We don't care. Just go in."
Thank you. So do they stand to the side?
Oh, they're not blocking the door. They're just like...
They're not even blocking the
Okay.
door. They're just standing at the edge of it.
Well, a civilized person still makes their intentions known, and I thank them.
Uh-huh.
So I'll go ahead and open the doors for my companion.
Okay.
This is one of those big scenes where the doors like open really slowly to gradually expose the interior. Takes about a minute for them to open properly.
Not that silly, but if everything's happening slow-mo in your mind, then I suppose. Alright, a large ornate desk lit by a magnificent lantern seemingly made of water stands in the center of this entrance hall. Statues of Enigmatic sphinxes sit in each corner of the room. Their gazes are impossible mixture of pleasure and defiance. Archways in 3 walls open into large spaces, the chambers beyond drowning in books, ledgers, librams, scrolls, clay tablets, tomes, and other more obscure forms of record held in countless shelves and cabinets. The smell of old books is almost overpowering. And you see 2 curators that are attending to the reception desk.
All right. Let's go talk to them because we need to know where to start, right?
Yeah.
Sounds reasonable.
I go up to them, to one of them, I guess. Start with number 1. And I give him my introduction greetings. And I ask him if he knows anything about the Sky Pharaoh Hakotep.
He looks at you awkwardly. Is that a knoll thing?
I shake my head. No.
I'll ask the other one while you're doing that.
He's racist.
It is a name we heard from someone.
Well, I'm afraid
And
you
I've
heard
never
of a
heard of
false
this
name.
pharaoh before.
That's because it
We're
didn't
doing
exist.
research on We're doing research on a historical figure and was hoping that there would be information in your library regarding him. Do you have an index or some way for us to begin our search?
Well, you can certainly search for our history. This is the greatest library for that. But I guarantee you won't hear about no Sky Pharaoh, whatever his name was. But yes,
Oh, very well.
I mean, he shows you how you might be able to navigate the library.
I follow along and I thank him. Or them. They might be women. Alright, how do we start researching?
Alright, is that what you
Yes.
guys want to go straight to, is researching?
Unless anybody else wants
Yeah.
to ask them
That's
the
my
things.
intention.
Okay,
Oh, phone call, one moment.
so this middle section, 2 rows of columns run down the sides of this long, high hallway. The corridor terminates at each end with a wide archway flanked by statues of wise-looking sphinxes. As everywhere in the library, shelves crammed with books and scrolls lines the walls. And you guys will probably be led deeper into this place.
Ooh, that is a big old dome.
Mm-hmm.
When you scroll out to like see this whole place, it looks like a shovel.
Oh. So she says that you can do your search here.
Okay.
And these
I set out my
little
carpet.
stairways to the right and the left of you, they lead up higher up into the dome, and to the right I'm going to reveal the higher up levels of the dome. Just for the full effect.
Yeah. I mean, that's probably the first step is I take is I probably just walk around the whole thing, even if before I start pulling any books out.
Mm-hmm. And it's quite a grand library. You're quite impressed.
It's the best library I've ever seen.
Sweet.
Is it the only library you've ever seen?
Maybe.
Okay, my schedule's changed a bit, so I might have a little bit longer to play. I don't have to leave at 12
Okay.
at this point.
Okay.
I still have to leave around
Yay.
1, so.
Yeah, that's right.
But yeah, that's good. A little bit extra time then.
We were making some rolls here.
So I think I have
not yet.
I rolled. I just rolled a perception roll while we were walking around in
the
case
big
Okay.
I noticed anything.
All right, this
going to
breathtaking chamber is a vast pillared hall soaring upward to the great dome overhead, an airy vastness appropriately painted with stars and clouds. A ring of columns runs around the perimeter, supporting a gallery at the base of the dome. Countless shelves divide the chamber, rising so high that ladders are needed to climb them. These shelves are in turn separated by a bewildering variety of boxes, cabinets, cases, and chests. Littered among these towers of knowledge are benches, reading tables, huge desks for spreading maps in elaborate displays. The flickering light of lamps and lanterns mingle throughout the space. The way they say it, the Great Chamber of Knowledge is almost mind-boggling, a repository of many tens of thousands of books, maps, scrolls, tomes, and other projects.
Quite fascinating.
Where do we begin, Whiz Pops?
Razak raises his hand, even though Wizpops is the one that's called out.
Yeah.
And
I don't know. Just look. Is it sorted
Raz-
in any sort of way? Like, I know
I
how
would
normal
hope so.
libraries are, but...
Okay. So for most of you guys, you know about library rules. Some of you guys might not know what that is. But you kind of treat a library like an enemy, where it has an AC and HP. And you make knowledge checks to deplete its information. So you guys get to pick who your main researcher is, and then you can have 2 side researchers. Let me find out what skill checks we gotta do, though. I think I have to open
I
the
have ranks
PDF
in
for
knowledge
the-
history,
Oh, that might...
so if that's one of them, I wouldn't be surprised. Knowledge and ability,
I'm
history
probably
both
going to
seem
be the
reasonable.
knowledge boy.
you likely have the best, modifiers for the knowledge
Yeah.
skill.
I don't know if I've been muted this whole time or not, but I was muted. I didn't realize it.
Oh
You
no!
silly.
I was saying, did you hear me ask about the sorting order of the library, or if there's some kind of organization to it?
Nope.
I heard that part. Yeah.
Those
I
are fine
did-
details we
If it
don't
was
really
just-
need to worry
If
about.
it was just if it was just very recently.
Yeah, I
remember
didn't
you asked something about
understand.
it.
That was before you mentioned the library rules. I didn't
Yeah.
realize there was specific stuff for that.
Mm-hmm.
So they are, but yeah, you'll be using your knowledge rolls for
Okay,
that.
so I haven't been muted that long. It might have been like 1 or 2 things I said.
Yeah.
I was planning on assisting Whiz Pops, assuming he knows what it looks like. He knows what he's doing.
I
So,
likely will.
the checks you guys can do is, and it doesn't, you guys don't all have to do the same check, but only 3 people can do it, and 1 person's the head and the other 2 people are assisting. But the checks for this library is knowledge local, knowledge history, or knowledge nobility.
Ha! Knew it. Called it.
You do not
History,
have
local,
to
and
be.
ability. I actually have 2 of those.
You do not have to be
I have-
trained to make these checks, as the library has so much information at your disposal. So you don't have to be
You can
trained.
just
That's right.
Mhm.
So
Well, I
out of
have
those
a
3, what's your
15
best one?
modifier.
For which
Well,
one?
they don't all have to be the same.
They
right?
don't, but I'm just curious which one
I
that is
have
for
a
you.
tie on history and local, both 15.
Okay.
I'll probably do history because that seems to make
I
more
have
sense to
history
me.
at +9.
Eh. That's a roll. I'm assuming I'm the main researcher.
I think so,
+8
because you
and
got the
+9.
best. You have the best bonuses, so it makes sense for you to be the primary, and then
But am I the best roller? We'll see.
yeah.
Okay, so there's some like tricky ass shit here. Hold on. Okay, who's the
Nematep looks like your librarian with her glasses, lenses of detection.
I think you're also the best because the way it works is you roll like it's sort of like a damage roll for like how much knowledge you
is
get,
Wiz main
and I
research?
think it uses your yeah. So I think it
Yes.
uses his int modifier plus like a D12 or something like that or whatever it is.
Ah, yes!
Okay, and then Layla and Raz are assisting.
Probably
Oh, God,
me
No,
just
I'm
doing
actually
that.
doing-
mod.
I'm
Because
going
I
just
rolled-
with nobility. So the way I see it is that
Well, they're
these
going
3
with
are
three
all
total,
going
right?
with history.
It
Like,
doesn't work
it looks
that
like
way.
Nematep
I can
and
only
Layla are
take 3
assisting.
results no matter what. It doesn't matter what you guys choose to roll. I'm only taking 1 main researcher and 2 assisters. No additional
Oh, okay.
rolls.
Yeah,
So
just,
then I guess they don't need to.
yeah. I mean, you could just let us all roll and then just take
Yeah.
only the +4. Doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
But Raz does use his knowledge of nobility to find something.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So Layla and Raz assist this round, and you guys can change it up. You know, there's no rule to that. Raz,
We're
what are
all
you?
trying
You're
to
a
help.
barbarian, and Layla is orc.
Yep, I'm a civilized barbarian.
Okay, give me one
The
second.
class comes into this? Dang.
Yeah. Well, maybe you don't know. Don't metagame. Shush. Shush you.
Well, I assisted at 26. I'm a rogue monk.
Oh, did you roll first? Oh, okay. Nematep.
Yeah.
Nematep before Raz then. I'll just
Do I
add
get to count
that.
as multiple classes?
I don't know. Like, stop metagaming. God damn you people.
Somebody mentioned it. I know nothing about these rules.
I know
I
nothing
don't
about
know
the
anything about
rules,
these
but
library
we're
rules.
entertaining
Somebody just
ourselves
said, does
here.
your class matter?
We just like
Anyway.
to speculate on these sorts of things.
Wait, I have the old template. I should get a bonus to libraries, right? Because it's before the internet.
But you get a penalty for poor eyesight.
Okay.
So it all
Alright.
washes out.
Let me look at this. WizPops, what's your intelligent modifier?
6.
Roll a 1d8.
Oh dear. Okay. I'm rolling like
That's fine.
slightly below average.
Yeah. It's alright though. You have +6 is probably better int modifier than normal. If only if you
I'm
were
so
wearing
close
that
to
mask, you
+7.
might have that +7.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it gives me +2, so yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, so...
Then I'd almost have a +8.
Desperate times. Put the mask on for the research.
Oh, jeez.
Yes.
Alright, so
That's
you
hilarious.
guys learn quite a bit today. You learn. And this takes you guys all day to research, by the way. So by the time you're done, Nero's already been, like, back and waiting for you.
So he got us a room.
Yeah. Not
Sweet.
too cheap, not too expensive. Just right. Had a pretty pretty nice food selection and beer selection. Okay, so you guys learn that not only, and this is called the Outer Sanctum, by the way, not only does the Outer Sanctum seem to be missing quite a lot of knowledge, but some of the more interesting and secretive works seem to have been deliberately removed.
Hmm.
Rude.
While the outer stacks and great chamber of knowledge contain general information on Osirian's most famous royal dynasties, information relating to less well-known dynasties and older families is contained in the upper stacks, reducing the outer sanctum's knowledge. I guess I don't know why they're telling you guys this.
Sounds like a GM note.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, I don't know. Okay. Yeah. So what this next part is saying is that if you guys want to learn more, you're going to have to start researching the upper section. And
Okay.
All right.
Is that
We'll hit the upper
strictly
section
off
tomorrow.
limits?
Are there librarians here that can help us and show us like what section?
Oh yeah, the curators.
they point at it. They say it's up there. Like you're looking at it.
Yeah.
They're very surly curators.
Alright.
This is a dome,
Whatever.
and the upper section's the upper part to the dome. And somebody said that they did a walk around the place and whatnot. You notice that like the upper section looks like it's kind of dangerous to be around.
What?
It's not super safe up there.
Like, it looks like you could fall.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's
Yeah.
precarious.
It looks like an OSHA violation.
Yes. There's no guard
If,
railings.
Yeah, this isn't in Magnamar, but the Magnamar Safety Committee would not approve.
Ha.
At least twice a month they have an incident.
Did they have like one of those little signs? Our last injury was in such and such a number of days.
Yeah.
No, but when you guys look, you don't really
Then
see people
side
like
just-
up there doing anything. So
When
Don't they know
Westworld
the
trips
best
come
books are up
through,
there?
They just assume there's going to be a little attrition.
Yeah. Yeah, because there's probably some other people researching here too, huh?
let's come
yeah,
back tomorrow.
there's some people here, scholars and nobles and stuff.
This is actually a quite fascinating place. I've never seen such a repository of knowledge before.
But then somebody corrects you. But a lot of it seems to be missing.
What? You noticed that too?
Yeah. Yeah, we just
Yeah, no, I
learned about
said to
that.
the person that pipes up about that. Someone else noticed that too, apparently. An NPC.
The voice
How'd
in
you
your
notice
head.
that? You're an NPC. No, it was the voice in my head. Never mind. I thought you said it was someone else corrected us.
You got it, Mr. Voice in my head.
There should be like an NPC who notices that and says that to us. And we're like, we didn't ask you.
Do you hear the voices too?
We're slowly transitioning to a different game.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm assuming that's one of those things we just spent like the day doing that, like several hours.
Yes.
It's probably gonna be one of those things where like we have to do another check the next day.
If you want to learn more from it.
Okay.
So we're probably gonna be like, all right, where are we staying? Nero,
Where we
where
gotta
did
stay,
you
Nero?
find? Yeah, Nero, where did you find for us to stay?
He leads you to the shadiest, darkest alley. No, I'm kidding.
He like leads us to like this shithole. We're like, good job, Nero.
He just leads you to a regular average inn. Probably in the new city.
In the new city. All right. He brings us to
Do you want a home base
Tefu
marker?
Motel 6.
Yeah, you know. Whatever.
I think this evening I would like to go and partake in the outer city. It
Well,
sounds like an interesting place. The people, the where the festivities are, the fire breathers, and
yeah.
snake charmers. It sounds interesting.
Sounds kind of dangerous, so I'll go with you.
I'll go with you too. That sounds fun.
All right. Pink markers. Your guys' rooms.
Oh, we're near the Tower of Ra's Glory.
All right. So you guys take part of what city you can access within time limits of your evening and walking and going through people.
Yeah.
But yeah, you guys do explore about the city in the evening, and it's quite fascinating. Especially if you go to the entertaining district, where people are breathing fire and charming snakes and people. Careful, you might get charmed
Dancers and
yourself.
acrobat.
Nimitep, roll a will save.
Alright, you heard her.
Yeah, I haven't made one since this campaign started, so why should I start now?
Nimitep starts to get charmed by this snake charmer, and she's like pulling out her coins
Oh,
to
no.
hand him some extra coins.
Oh, it's a
I didn't
bard.
know
I'm
Nimitep
being
was part
fascinated,
snake.
Charmed.
Does he
No,
stop
You
her?
bard.
I stop her.
Nimitep snaps out of the charm.
I'll toss him a couple of coins. Maybe not golds, but you know.
He says, thank you, so generous, nothing to see here. Thank you.
Nice music.
He's like, he realizes he was caught, I guess. Humbly caught?
Maybe. Yeah, I will look and partake of the festivities.
Oh, geez. Not that one. Alright, there you go. I got it. Wrong bouton. Give me a second. I gotta
Whiz
AFK for a couple minutes.
As you guys are
Yes.
enjoying the place, you can feel something trying to grab at some of your coins in your pocket. Or your coin pouch or wherever.
Oh my
Uh-oh,
God.
trying to rob the old man.
I turn and figure out who's trying to grab at my money.
The perpetrator realizes that he's caught and runs,
Your
and all
coin
you see
purse.
is his back going off into the crowd of people and darkness.
Did he get any of my coins?
Nope.
Okay. I will try and be more wary and watchful. And next time someone does that, I'm going to make a pit for them to fall into.
You've taken the coins. I shall take your eyesight. Because it's a permanent spell.
Yep.
Alright. Anything special you guys want to do, or move on to the...
Just enjoy the entertainment, spend a bunch of money. That's it.
Yeah, entertainment.
Well, we gotta conserve some of my money.
It says the guy who bought a carpet.
Yeah, I've already done some spinning.
It's like that tourist that buys right away and is like, okay, I'm good. Even though like all the better stuff is deeper into the tour.
Well, if I see something very nice, maybe.
Alright. So you guys stay in your hotel.
Yeah, it's a hotel, nice.
And the next morning, you wake up.
Alright. Well, we need some food, so get some food here at the hotel or tavern or inn, wherever it is you're staying.
Yeah, the inn, they have food. No room service, but
And before we
they do have
before we go to
Wi-Fi in case you need
research,
it.
okay, that's cool.
Ooh, Unatep doesn't
Before we
make
go
very
to the
good tea.
library, I'm gonna go have some stuff enchanted and buy some wares and sell some things.
Is it like way too much mint in it? Is that what it is? It's like overpowering mint.
Maybe.
Oh, toothpaste.
I've never worked with it before.
Toothpaste and water.
Try again next time.
I'm gonna sell this bladed belt.
Okay. It's only 50% in this town.
Yeah, that's fine.
So you guys just got ferry back over to Wadi every time you want to sell. Hey, remember us? We're gonna ruin your economy by
this town
constantly
needs-
selling to you.
Yeah, this town needs some money too, an injection of money. Oh, and this figurine of
Actually,
wondrous
that'd be helping their
power.
economy, right?
You could
Because then
sell
they'd
this
have a
too.
product to resell to potentially higher prices. Because they're like, the heroes wore this!
Yeah, potentially, yeah.
Yeah. So it could help them.
We also buy stuff from them too, so.
True. Well, did, now that you're in a different town, will you?
Well, we'll go sell
Yeah,
stuff and then come back here to buy it to spend the money.
Yeah.
So we're
Right.
just moving money out of the economy.
Right.
Yep. Yeah, I'm gonna sell those two things before we go to the library.
Okay, those are party items, right?
Yeah.
Oh, we're selling
Whatever
the
you do,
Silver
don't show
Raven.
anyone that mask.
Yeah, it's just a message spell. That's basically what it does.
I think I have another item that does the same sort of thing as well on here, so I could be wrong though. What did I have in here again? I feel like they gave us I got a bird feather token, which creates a small bird that can be used to deliver a written message to a designated target. It's like a consumable though, which I don't know if that one is,
Yeah.
but
And it's probably a lot cheaper than the Raven. The Raven is good money.
the bird tokens
Figurines are usually
are
once a
like
day
300
kind of
gold
thing.
each. Yeah, that was actually like once a week.
Oh, ouch.
I don't know. I can't imagine we'll be needing to use it once a week, but maybe we'll be like, damn, we should have kept that. But I don't know. Bird feather tokens are like 300 gold pieces each, so they're not too bad.
Yeah, I think they were more clues about somebody communicating, more so like, here's a way to communicate.
Yeah, and it was like they were using this.
Actually, I have a bunch of scrolls of message. Now that you mention it.
Yeah, but message
Oh.
is like really short range.
Mhm.
It's just you whisper to people when they're like 100 feet away or whatever.
Oh, sorry. Scrolls of Whispering Wind. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
There
no,
you go.
that's another one that does work like that. Okay. Yeah, so we have like a bunch of like
I have
random
one of
long
those,
range
I
option
think.
stuff.
There were a bunch. I've got 4 of them in my backpack.
Oh, okay.
So Also, while we're doing that and selling stuff like that, I'm gonna go find an enchanter
Okay.
who I can give my. I want them to enchant my adamantine heavy flail, uh, once with for the +1.
It'll take time.
Yes, I believe we have some time right now while we're researching.
Okay, you drop off the flail.
Mm-hmm. And what's the cost gonna be? The same price to buy the thing, 2,000 or what?
So you're adding an enchantment, so you should just be paying the price for the enchantment increase on the weapon. And
Okay,
then
so
his
2,000.
services, so like I don't know, some extra.
Well, I think the 2,000 is like for his services because it only costs 1,000. It's half the price to enchant it, so he's making a profit of 1,000.
I thought you have to pay
That's
the
correct.
full, but okay, yeah, that's fine.
No, if you're
The-
if you're making if you have the crafting feats, you can do it at half cost.
Yeah,
Well,
that's how
maybe
people
he's
make
not
money
gonna
off
ask
of it.
for a full 1,000, but if you're willing to like tip him, so
But that's just why I was asking if we wanted to keep it simple with 2,000, since we don't have a
yeah,
crafter.
yeah, that's fine. Maybe it'll expedite your order too with your hefty
All right, sweet, cool.
request.
And then I'm
Okay.
also going to.
This is
Oh,
take
sorry
about
about
an
that.
hour. I'm just pushing the clock forward a little bit. Yep. Wait, shouldn't it be the next day? No, it's this. This is. It should be this day, not the 11th. It is Sunday, everybody.
Yay!
No,
Can I also
it's
buy a belt
Saturday.
for 4,000?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna add that to my inventory then. All right, I'm good for now. Anybody else need to do anything before we go to the library?
It might make sense for me to buy a charisma headband, and that'd be like 4,000 as well. So I think I'll do that. I'll buy a +2 charisma headband.
Okay. Are we ready to go back into the library today, too?
Yeah.
I am.
Back into the face of danger.
It is not dangerous. Just not super safe. Alright, so you guys go back into the library after you do your shopping and selling and morning ritual. Raz, do you bring your carpet?
Yeah. I bring my carpet. It's a thinking carpet.
Raz carries in his carpet. Perhaps you get
It helped me
questioned
get that
about
natural
it,
20.
but when they watch you roll it out, they
Oh.
don't see any dead bodies in there, so they usually just turn back around to do whatever they're doing.
No, just fine embroidery. And I give the salesman a quick plug, and I tell him that he sells fine carpets. Gave me a good deal on this one.
Okie dokie. Let me just grab something and make sure they don't say the same thing. No, they don't. Okay. The vaulted dome of of the library rises like the heavens above the floor to the main chamber. A broad balcony circles the base of the dome, lined with shelves and piles of books that loom like cliffs on the brink of collapse. A jumbling array of ladders climb to these teetering shelves, propped against the stacks hung from ledgers, dangling from wires overhanging the library far below, or fashioned from spikes hammered into the walls. And you see somebody up there. He seems to be levitating. As he pulls out a book and starts flipping through the pages and puts the book back away and pulls out another one and flips through the pages.
Pretty sure
Can you
Whiz
do that,
Pops could
Whiz
do that
Pops?
if he wanted.
Sorry, what am I doing?
They're asking if you
Levitating
can
up the
levitate like
stacks?
that guy's doing.
Oh, no. I've never been inclined to have my feet leave the ground.
Oh shit, we forgot to tell Whiz Pops about the spell book. Where is that? Did I put that in his inventory?
You might have. Did that have levitate in it?
It might.
Where's the book?
Yeah, the that boss guy we fought had a spell book, so and we were like, yeah, Whiz Pops will have that.
Yeah, I don't see it as inventory,
Yeah.
so maybe I didn't hand it over. I'll go look for that.
I might have it.
Shoot, I remember that was in book 2.
So it wasn't Valrania's. That's one that Whiz Pops got earlier.
No, I don't have it.
Maybe it was one you had to make because it had like it was one of those ones where I think the it tells you it has a spell book and then it tells you like it has
yeah,
these
you're
spells
right.
plus 1d8 random spells or something like that, and you're like, well, all right, I gotta pick some spells.
That is exactly it, and I forgot to do that. So.
Forgot about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could probably find like you could either just I don't know pick them out after this session, or you could just find a. I think they have like some random spellbook generators online you might be able to use.
Oh no. I have what I need. But perhaps Wiztops didn't prepare anything today. But yeah, as you guys are having that conversation, what do you do about that? Do you pull out the spellbook, or? Because if so, then I gotta go get that information now. But other than that, yeah.
I mean, probably not, but.
I mean, I'm already working on it, but yeah, just let me know what you're doing while I do it.
We're at the library. I don't know. I mean, we could ask this guy what he's researching. He's the first person we've seen at the top levels up there, right?
Uh-huh.
I'll start perusing the books around here.
Yeah. I mean, I won't interrupt him while he's up there, but maybe when he gets back down, I'll like ask him, "Hey, what were you researching?" We haven't seen anybody else using any of the books up there.
Okay. You get yourself locked into a conversation that never seems to end as you start to get the feeling that this might be a scholarly type bard-like fellow who just really likes to talk and tell stories, but also is so interested in just knowledge and everything.
Uh-huh.
Somebody might have to pull you
Alright,
away,
well.
or you might have to excuse yourself from him.
I can probably, if it seems like it's like not relevant to what we're researching, like I can
not
probably
relevant,
talk my
yeah.
way away. Well, I rolled really low, so maybe not. Maybe it's like really hard for me to get myself away. Like he just keeps interrupting me. Yeah, I mean that's fine. If I get stuck doing that, I'll just sit here and talk with these guys while you guys do research. It's not a big deal.
No big deal.
That's what I'm doing for now because I gotta go check my food real quick. So I'll be right back.
Oh, we need some knowledge rolls here.
Yeah, I think you guys are figuring out how you're gonna get up there safely, or you could just go up there through feet, but yeah.
Well, the stairs go to the second level, right? It's just that the shelves are all messed up.
So there's
We do
spiral
knowledge?
stairways up at the top,
Yeah.
to a balcony, but like a lot of the shelves, like you have to take these ladders to get to the higher books up, and the ladders look janky.
Mm-hmm. I can hold
Okay.
them steady.
And that's good. He can use the strength to hold him steady, and I'll use my agility to clamber up.
Yeah.
Teamwork.
I'll
Alright.
have
Yeah,
you
yeah.
guys bring the books down to me.
I'll need a climb
Alright.
check if that's what you're gonna do. But you are an expert climber,
Okay.
so Nimitep has no problem getting books.
I have climbing
That's right.
speed, yeah.
Teamwork. Raz is
I have no
making-
problem getting another cider.
making it easier.
All right, I'm back.
Alright, welcome back.
Maybe if I'm stuck talking to this guy, I'll try to see if he knows anything about the Sky Pharaoh. I wasn't able to get myself away from him, so I'm like, all right, well, I'm just gonna try to make the most out of it.
I was going to suggest we might want to maybe be a little bit careful about that, because we do know that there's at least one cult that's looking for this guy as well.
Yeah, but this guy's harmless. Don't worry about it.
Okay, sounds good.
That is a good fair point. He at least seems like the sort of guy who won't automatically just dismiss it as being a myth. Or if he does, he'll be like, it's a very interesting myth, and he'll know a bunch about it maybe.
He's interested in hearing, but he doesn't.
You don't know anything about it.
He says that's a fascinating.
All right, stumped him. I stumped him, and I say maybe you should research that. And I
So what did you
dip away
tell
from
him
him.
about? I'm sorry, I kind of missed the part of what you told him.
I just asked him if he knew anything about the Sky Pharaoh.
Okay, is that all you said? Is Sky Pharaoh?
The mythical, yeah. Do you know anything about the mythical Sky Pharaoh?
Okay.
Nobody seems to know much about him.
Yeah, no. Never heard of him. But he starts asking you questions about, like, what did he do? Who is he?
I tell him that I heard something about it once from a crazy old man, and then I amend
Just
not
about Wiz.
not that crazy old man, pointing to Whiz Pops, not that one, different crazy old man.
Alright, Whiz Pops, in the party sheet, sir, you can find your spellbook.
Ooh. Shiny.
So the nice thing is, as well, you have that ring of sustenance. You don't have to sleep except for only 2 hours, so that's more time for you to do things like scribing spells or whatever. You can use that time to like do stuff like that. Add it to your own spellbook
Let's
or whatever.
see.
Yeah, you would have had plenty of time to do quite a bit of that. Okay, so are you guys ready for those checks today? Same checks as before.
Sure.
Local history
Yep.
or nobility?
You said I would have had time for like whatever spells I want, or only a couple if I wanted to copy them.
Let me look at the calendar. You would have had an entire week.
Okay, plenty of time. I'll have to see if any of them were worth it.
So I got 2 checks. Is WizPops the main researcher?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
Go ahead and roll a 1d8. Do we have an assisting party?
Same roll.
I mean, I can again, I guess, after I get myself away from this crazy guy.
Maybe your party's like, oh, we need you, Layla. Okay. Alright, today you deplete the library.
Yeah.
A papyrus scroll dating from Osirian's second age over 6,000 years ago references a lost pharaoh named Hakotep. The scroll
We know that name.
ascribes the epithet of Sky Pharaoh to the forgotten ruler and recounts his ability to ride the stars by night. The scroll even contains a crude illustration of the Sky Pharaoh, a figure standing upon a dais surrounded by glass and crystal. And, can you guys roll a perception check?
Sure. I like perceptions. Nematep is very perceptive.
Tech and Nimatep both notes that the dais and crystal are floating, seemingly part of a vast temple that somehow sits in the night sky. And can I get a knowledge arcana check?
Not for me.
Does anybody want to assist WizPops?
I don't have knowledge arcana.
You don't need it. You are in a library with tons of resources.
Oh, okay. Then I'll just roll an intelligence check. Hiya. There you go, natural 20.
I know a thing.
Does anybody
You do.
else want to help? There we go. Okay. With the
Yay.
assistance of Nimatep and Layla, WizPops comes to the conclusion that the image can be further interpreted as depicting the technology of Shori, an ancient empire of central Garand known for its arcane engineering and flying cities. And let me just put that in chat.
Flying cities.
Yeah.
Wow.
What? Isn't that the wild wilderness?
But that makes sense
Garand is the
because
continent that we're on right now.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
But it makes sense. It would make sense. I don't know. I mean, Machias isn't here, but he came from that. What's it called? Like the academy down there, which the guy that founded that like uncovered old Shori like magic techniques after Starfall or whatever. I'm pretty sure that was like kind of.
Oh, right. I remember that story now.
So I think they might be like. I think they might be like a. Maybe they were contemporaries with the Aslantes, or maybe they were before it. I'm not sure.
No, I think they were at the same time.
Yeah,
Because they got
contemporaries.
screwed up by Starfall, right? Starfall screwed up their flying city.
They screwed up everything, basically. Yeah.
Yes. Starfall screwed up everything.
Okay.
But yeah, I think they
We
like
got
existed
more.
at the same time as them.
What else we got?
Because your researcher is an amazing wizard, it turns out Wizpops can navigate a library like no other. This is something he's familiar with. Brings him back to the good school days when he had to study.
Back when I thought I wanted to become a wizard, but then changed my mind and became an auctioneer. But then in my old age, I'm like, man, I wish I would have followed through and become a wizard.
Mm-hmm. An
And here
obscure
we are.
index you find, compiled by a previous curator of the library, lists the scroll referencing Hakotep as one of the many that were copied from the personal library of the Sky Pharaoh. This collection of scrolls is held in a part of the Great Library's inner sanctum called the Spiral Archive, described as a chamber resembling a vertical scroll tube crossed by a lattice work of papyrus bridges.
Papyrus
Cool.
bridges? Curious.
So we need to like look through this spiral archive then. Or maybe find it.
And it is also late in the evening again. Took you all day to research.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, let's have a talk with the curators to see if we can gain access to the inner sanctum.
They are actually telling you that they're closing up and come back tomorrow.
Very
Okay.
well.
Oh, but they'll let
I
us
will
tomorrow.
respect
That's
their
good.
wishes.
I think I forgot their open hours. I'm gonna go look that back up, but it might be a lot sooner.
That
than
wasn't a
8,
no,
but...
though.
It wasn't a no. That's what's important.
Da, 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 da. Damn it, where's that damn page about library? Oh, it's above the map. The library hours are somewhere. Anywho, anything you guys want to do in the city tonight?
Not specifically. At least I don't.
Pick up some more
Uh,
teas.
I'm sorry, what?
Go shopping for more tea. I'm just seeing what options there are.
Oh, I'm sorry. They're still open till midnight. Yo, if you want to let me, maybe you stay till it's midnight because you did deplete. Well, they'll
Yeah, it's fine.
answer
We
your
can come back
question at
tomorrow.
least. They will tell you that you have to get permission. You have to have a slip, a permission slip.
Ooh.
Who do we talk to about that?
Hold on. My PDF does not like me scrolling up and down. I can't remember her name off the top of my head, but Dika and Carrot, Dika and Carrot. The High Priestess of Nathes.
Okay, well,
Okay.
we've had good relations with the Church of Nethys in Wadi, so hopefully that'll help us
the
here.
Nethians.
Yeah.
Sanctuary of Nethys.
There you go.
It's right here on the map.
It's quite a title.
All right. Well, that's first thing tomorrow morning, I guess. Then.
So, another thing to think about when we talk to these people, Nethys, I believe messages into Erudite Eye were very specific about keeping the mask hidden and keeping it safe.
Right.
So again, if it comes to it, I'm not sure how cagey we want to be in revealing that we have the mask.
We should keep it
Just
on the
for
download.
Conversations, yeah. I mean, even though Nethys seems to be sort of, we're okay with them, he is the two-faced god, so you're never quite sure where you stand.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but they are probably going to want to know what we're looking for in there. So
That's why I brought it up. If they ask why do you want
Yeah.
to go in there, I'm not saying don't tell them. I'm just saying, you know, keep it in mind what kind of information we want to divulge.
We need to look up this whole Skypharaoh thing.
we might be able to present it as being related to the problems. They probably heard about them by now. The problems that were happening in Wadi, without
Sure.
actually revealing too much.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so is there anything you guys want to do this evening?
I don't think so
Level
for
up.
me.
So you all go straight to the hotel after the library?
If there is any sort of temple or shrine to the old gods, I will go there to pay my respects.
Does anybody go with her?
Sure, I'll go with her.
I won't,
like-
because I want to split the party.
I like watching and listening to the worship and
Actually, wait,
religious
I have a ring of
praise,
sustenance
prayer.
on. I only need 2 hours of sleep. I guess I'll just study my spell books and stuff.
Okay. What about Layla? What do you do?
I don't know. Go with Whiz Pops, I guess.
Okay. Nero will
I'm just
be with Wiz
gonna-
and Layla.
Do we have an inn we're staying at?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be there. I'm not going anywhere.
Okay. Nimitep and Raz, you go to a shrine of what? You were looking for a shrine of
Any
Anubis.
shrine to the old gods, Anubis specifically, but to the old gods in general, if there are any places of worship to them.
Yeah, you'll find a place that's gonna have like a bunch of little shrines for
Yeah.
different things to worship, and you do find an Anubis depiction somewhere, and
Then I'll
his symbol.
I'll pay my respects.
Okay. On your guys'
That's
way
all I really had planned.
on your guys' way back, roll me perception, the two of you.
Ooh. Perceptions. I know. Oh, I can't even beat Nematip, but I'll roll anyway.
I see what you're thinking.
I know, right?
All right. Raz doesn't hear anything, but Nematep's ears, off in the distance, hears a peculiar conversation. It sounds like a fellow who says the name Sky God, and he seems to be in some sort
Huh?
of exaggerating story. And something strange about his story is he says something about a temple in the sky, but the rest of the story that he says is not equivalent to what you guys were studying.
Huh. Yeah, that does sound like somehow, like coincidentally tangential to what we were researching. Can we
He's telling
listen
a
in more
story
on
to a
this?
group of people? Yeah, that's right.
With that perception, Nimitep, perhaps you guys turn around. Nimitep's like, come here, I want to get a closer look. He looks familiar. He looks
Yeah,
like the
I'll do.
fellow who was levitating in the library earlier today.
Oh, he's
Oh.
retelling the story. I knew it. I knew that was going to happen. The guy talks to everybody, so anything you tell him is going to be common knowledge in a night or two.
It sounds like he might have like listened in that you guys were talking about something in the sky, but it doesn't sound like he got his facts right or anything. And it's very like it's very not like barbaric, I guess.
Was this about barbarians?
Not like it's not. He doesn't have the scientific information about it being like arcane or scientific. You know, he's just like a temple in the sky made of stone or something. You know. So
Yeah, simple.
yeah, he clearly didn't get all the information, but he seems to have picked up on a thing or two.
Sigh, and I roll my eyes. This is why we need to be careful about what we say to people.
Yeah, at first I was hopeful, but now I'm a little what's the word for this?
Concerned?
Concerned. Yes, thank you. Just let the others know.
Okay, you return to the inn.
I do. Man, am I strong right now. I got 19 strength.
Nice.
That's without even raging.
Oh yeah. I think Kudu's the same right now. She's at 21, and that's not when I'm boosted.
21 con or what?
Yeah, 21 con. But she's
Nice.
like level 12.
I need
though,
more
so-
con. Because my con doesn't go up with my rage unless I specifically tell it to boost my con.
Yeah. Alright, so you guys get another night's rest. Do I need a night's rest, any of you guys? It looks like I need to, actually. We're gonna do it twice, because I think... Oh, I'm just gonna lower Nero's health to 0. Anyways, you guys have rested. And it is the next
Okie
day.
dokie. I'll go and check on the progress of my enchanting flail, and if he says, you know, like another day, then I'll come back the next day then.
Yeah, he says it's gonna take longer.
I thank him for the work. And we go to the probably the library again. Yes?
Yeah, is that what you guys want to do? Or you wanted to...
Well, we need to get permission first.
Okay.
Oh, right. Okay, so then let's go to the Nethys place. Let's see, what was it called here? Sanctuary of Nethys. Let's go to 19. They're in the old city, so we should go here. To 19.
Okay. You found it before I did. Awesome. So when you guys arrive at the sanctuary, you are met with a veiled priestess who introduces herself as Deaconess Seket.
All right. It is. We are humbled to make your acquaintance. And let's present our whatchamacallit, our case to them. That we're humbly requesting access to the inner sanctum of the library. It holds a repository of knowledge that is important to our studies.
And what
You see,
topics do you wish to research there?
well, you see, we have come from Wadi, and Wadi has suffered a grisly attack by the undead rising up from within the Acropolis. We were in large part necessary in putting down the creatures, but also discovered that there was someone, in fact a cult, that was responsible for this. And they mentioned some kind of entity. We remember hearing the word Sky Pharaoh, and this is the information which we've come in search for.
I'm sorry, I can't give anybody that kind of permission. You'll have to meet with the High Priestess. She's not available right now. She's out. Come back tomorrow.
I nod and I look to my companions. I guess we'll have to come back tomorrow.
Yeah, I was at the roll sense motive as well.
You saw her flinch when he said Sky Pharaoh. Like her demeanor kind of shifted a little bit from like openly listening to, oh no, I can't allow that. And you have this feeling that she can't allow you to enter.
Alright, well, let's see.
Yeah, do we come back tomorrow?
If we're all on the same page... Well, if we're all on the same page here, and, we let each other know what's going on, then is there something that we should do to try and convince her, or maybe even, like, I don't know, further gauge her hesitation and
Well, I'll ask
reasons.
her, you sure she'll be back tomorrow?
Of course.
Because yeah, I'll say like this is a very urgent matter, and if she's not here, if we end up being told to come back tomorrow for multiple days in a row, it could be very fatal for the citizens of Wadi, for the less fortunate citizens of Wadi.
I'm sorry, I can't help the fact that she's not here.
Well, do you know where she is?
No, it's the High Priestess. She can do things in private, as she pleases.
Alright.
It's entirely possible that the issue is simply she could have given us access, but then once she knew what we were looking for, she needed to consult with the High Priestess before she gives us access. It's not that she's
Maybe.
like, oh, can't. It's just like, I need to ask permission for this first.
Maybe.
I'm willing to wait a day to get an audience with the High Priestess.
Alternatively, so I'd wait until after we like leave, but I'll say we could just try to find the High Priestess directly.
I'm willing to go along with that.
I don't know if we'll have any luck with that, but I mean that's something we can spend today doing, and
Yeah.
I have a feeling that she won't be back tomorrow.
There's no telling what.
But with that in mind, while you guys go looking for the High Priestess, I'm going to spend some time in the library itself, just keeping an eye on things to see if, like, maybe the High Priestess comes to the library to go hide the information we're looking for or something.
Sure,
I just want to
you're
keep my eye
very
on it.
perceptive.
So that's my
Good idea.
Spend the day at the library. I'll be researching esoteric information on Anubis. It's an area of interest of mine, and this looks like a good place to do it.
And do you have one of the scrolls of Whispering Wind so you can tell us if the priestess shows up or whatever?
Hey, that is a good idea. How does Whispering Wind work?
We have to be at a certain location, and you tell the message to go there.
Okay, so if one of us stays, at our inn room,
Mm-hmm.
then
Perfect. I
I
volunteer
can
Nero.
alert them. There you go. Sounds like a plan. Okay. So I'm going to stay at the library, and Nero's going to be at the hotel room, and the rest of you are going to be looking for the High Priestess. It sounds like we got a plan.
Okay.
I'm sorry, what was the plan?
I'm going to be at the library, just watching people, keeping an eye out.
Okay.
Nero's going to be at the hotel room, so if I see something, I can cast a Whispering Wind to send him a message. And the other three are going to be just asking around looking for the High Priestess.
Maybe
Sure.
I should be the one that waits back at the end, because I'm not going to be very helpful at talking to people.
Well, I mean, you could wait back with Nero. I figured he's not going to go gathering information.
Oh, Nero. That's who you said. Okay, I thought you said you were.
No,
I completely forgot Nero was in this game.
I have really good diplomacy. I'd be one of the people asking around. I'm actually good at
I have
gathering
decent
information.
diplomacy.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what I want to do. Is I'm gonna want to try to figure out where the high priestess of Nethys is.
I'll ask
And
around,
There's my
gather
diplomacy roll.
information.
Okay. You guys conclude that she should be at the sanctuary doing her daily civic duties.
I conclude that the High Priest should be available, even today. This strikes me as odd, Layla.
Yeah, I'm getting the same thing. I think she is there, and that other person didn't want us to talk to her. So I wonder if there's like a way we can find a way to like meet her outside the shrine maybe or something, or like get a message to her or something.
I'm not sure. Maybe,
Okay.
maybe we could bluff the other lady.
And what? Tell her that we already have a meeting set up.
Yeah.
That might work because we know. If we do that, then like if we know she's already there, then she can't be like she's not here. But like, no, she told us to meet her here.
Mm-hmm.
So Layla and Raz are together. Where's Pops?
He's back at the hotel
With Nero?
with
Yeah,
Nero.
at the end.
Okay. Layla and Raz, in the middle of your conversation, we're gonna kind of
Ooh.
just role play this because you're gonna become victorious, but
Yes.
you get jumped by two figures in golden masks, and they try to
Oh, please,
tackle
BRB.
you
Oh.
and harm you, stab you. Maybe you take some wounds.
Hey, try.
You cast some spells, and you guys are able to incapacitate them. I don't know if you out and out kill them. Maybe one out and out dies, and the other one's gonna die. Do you let them live?
I do.
Okay.
I think we heal him, like, so we can
'Cause
question
we
this
can
guy.
get some information. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. And then yeah, I'll wake him up and we'll take him somewhere. We'll take him somewhere more quiet.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe even maybe we'll even smuggle him back into our hotel room. Be like, "Whiz pops," question it.
Who are we smuggling back? I just got here.
So
Yeah,
we got
person.
jumped. Yeah, that's fine. You weren't there anyway.
He'll tell you
so
all
Whiz
about
Pops
it.
is in character, probably like, "What the hell's going on?" We're like, "Don't worry about it." So yeah, then we're like somewhere there where we're not going to be like easily overheard by random passerbys and whatnot. Like,
Mm-hmm.
try to figure out who this guy is. I'm assuming somebody like is because we were asking specifically because we were asking around, but maybe not. It could have just been, like they could have been targeting us because of reputation that we already had. So, I'll start with that. Like, who sent you?
He seems to be refusing to communicate.
All right, I'll try to intimidate
Oh, okay. I can help you with that. Intimidation. Oh my god.
him. We're very intimidating.
Oh yes. Yeah.
We're doing the old
we threaten
routine
him.
of bad cop, bad cop.
Right.
Okay. Hold on.
Probably want to tell me while I'm being mean to you before my friend is mean to you, as well.
You haven't even seen me when I'm angry.
It's true.
You
He
don't
gets
like us
he gets
getting
angrier looking.
Jeez. He doesn't tell you who, but he says the Skyfarer will be one again.
All right. I mean, this is obviously the same cult, then. Ask him like, did you guys follow us here?
Perhaps you
Or you,
like
live here or
pressure
something.
him on that, but he says, "Yes, we did."
Okay.
Where's the mask?
I don't know. I misplaced it.
Lies.
We're trying to find it. That's why we're here.
I mean, I don't. Yeah. Look, he might believe you. Maybe your lie is good.
Very, yeah. Maybe he's like confused. Like, what? Like he maybe thinks there's some truth to it. Like maybe I don't know.
Yeah,
The others are keeping it from me. Um,
maybe.
I don't know. What else do we want to ask this doofus?
I'm not sure.
Um, I think I got an idea of like what else we can do.
Hmm.
What?
All right, so I pull like I like kind of pull Raztag aside a little bit, and I whisper like, we should maybe consider getting Nematep and just letting this guy go, and Nematep can like follow him maybe. You can
Not a
figure out
bad
where these
idea.
guys figure out where these guys are hiding.
All right, I'm up for trying to use this guy to our advantage.
Because I don't know if he'll tell us anything directly, but he might tell us something indirectly if we're doing that.
I was thinking of something to do that was a lot more painful.
All right, so yeah, I'll leave. Well, you can maybe do that while I'm gone. I won't be here, so I'm gonna go find Nematep.
The paladin goes around the corner.
I'm not even a paladin. That's like the funny thing too. I'm like
I know,
actually neutral. But yeah, sort of like that. I'm leaving now. Don't do anything. Don't do anything evil while I'm gone. No, but yeah, I'm gonna leave and go find Nematep. And while I'm gone, I guess you can do whatever you want. But I guess Pops is there too. But Pops, I won't care. I bring Nero with me, maybe. Nero, come with me. In case more of these guys
Wizpops has
jump
one of
me.
those scrolls, the Whispering Wind. He can send it to me.
Yeah, but I don't feel like this is like urgent enough that we need to like use a spell to do it. And I know where you're at, so. So I take Nero with us because Nero's like a yeah. If Raztag's planning to like torture this guy or something, probably pulling Nero away is probably a good idea too, because Nero actually would probably object to that sort of stuff.
I'm just gonna keep roughing him up, pressing him for information on who's giving them orders. Who sent you here?
He's resilient and he never tells you.
Oh, well then he's gonna get pretty bruised, and he might be missing some fingers.
Yeah.
Nimitep would be disappointed in you. Says a little voice in your head.
Nimitep stops.
He's
you
hurt
before
Yeah,
you
people.
get to
I'm gonna make sure that he
to the-
doesn't hurt anybody again. He doesn't need those opposable thumbs to hold weapons that he could use to hurt people with.
You know, you can get away with cutting off toes because technically we don't need toes.
Yeah, that's right, see?
He might not know that, but you know.
So yeah, I go find Nematap and I tell Nematap like, yeah, we got Raztak and I got attacked by some more of those mass cultists. And then I kind of say, I can't really tell you any more than that, but just, come with me.
I was worried about that. Okay, let's go.
And then, yeah, we head back. But, we're gone for a while because I gotta walk all the way to the library and then all the way back.
So, do you take the cultist with you then?
Oh, no, I didn't. That's what I was saying. I left the cultists with Raztak when I went to go get Nematap.
Oh, so then Raz
So I
can do
took
whatever he
Nero
wants.
with me.
Hmm.
Yeah, I took Nero with me. Because I was like, Wiz Pops
Alright,
won't
Raz,
object
what
to
do you
anything that
do?
Raztak does.
Yeah,
I rough him up, man.
Alright.
I
I'm
keep,
eating
hitting
too, so-
him for non-lethal damage. But I do threaten him that he'll start losing fingers and more than that. He doesn't tell us who
Yeah,
he's
you could even
working for.
remind him. You could even remind him that I was the only one that could actually heal him, and I'm not there.
Yeah, be glad that that Layla's not here. Otherwise, she would heal you so that I can hurt you more.
Mm-hmm. Alright, well, uh, so everybody comes back to where Raz was?
Yeah, and we get a little bit closer. Like before we go in there, I'll tell Nematap. I'll be like, okay, so my plan is that we're just let this guy go, and then you and I just follow him, try to see where if he goes back to like a hideout or something.
Sounds like a good plan.
You guys, I've got some bad news. I've cut off his feet, and he can no longer walk.
Oh no, that wasn't part of the plan. But yeah, I have put on
What? You
Cloak of
left a
Darkness as well
prisoner
before I
with
go in.
Raz? A man's life is in danger. We need to get there quickly.
Oh,
That's
don't
true,
worry.
sir.
I left Whiz Pops with him too. And then, like on second thought, I see your point. Let's go.
All right, so I assume we do our thing here with him, where I threat him one last time, and then we let him go.
Yeah. So I say we give him a message that we tell him to like tell his overlords or whatever. Don't mess with us or something.
I tell him that next time we're gonna show you guys no mercy.
Yeah, you can tell your boss that too.
He's in no condition to talk back.
That's right.
All right. We'll kick him out then.
All right, I
Alright.
kick him out.
You kick him out. And he starts to stumble down the street.
All right. So I think me and Nematap are probably the best equipped to do this, but I want to try to follow him without
Alright.
being noticed.
Okay.
So There's my stealth roll. It's pretty decent. And I think me and Nematep have we have similar stealth scores. I'm actually slightly better because of when I have my cloak of shadows on.
Alright, how about also a perception? Because it is the middle of the day and it's a bustling town. You might lose them.
I might.
Alright.
I didn't roll too good.
You guys follow him down to the docks. And you spend time watching him, and it looks like he's waiting for a
Just
ferry
sitting
to
on the-
arrive.
Okay.
He could be heading back.
Sitting
to
on the
Wadi, I
dock
guess.
of the bay.
Watching
time.
the tides. Yeah,
Yeah, watching the tides roll away.
something like that. Maybe. Depending on how long you
Okay.
guys wait, he's waiting.
Yeah. I'm not gonna follow him if he gets onto a ferry.
I'm willing to wait for a while because we're not getting into the temple today anyway. So
Right.
yeah, I don't want to follow him all the way back to Wadi. But maybe he's waiting to meet somebody. I'm willing to keep an eye on him.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a couple hours pass by, and a ferry arrives, and it looks like it's like a cargo ferry. It's got like a lot of boxes and stuff like that. And it starts getting unloaded, and he's like humbly waiting the whole time, all bruised and in pain.
Mm-hmm.
And eventually the ferry starts to load new boxes, and then he gets on with it as he's like hiding among the boxes, and it looks like he like
So he's like he's like a stowaway on there.
he's a
I was
stowaway.
going to say, did he sneak on board? He didn't pay or didn't walk? He just
That is
like,
correct.
soaked on?
Yeah. Could get him into more trouble by like going and riding.
Yeah,
him
you
out,
guys
I
could like
guess.
tip off the people and say like, hey, there might be somebody trying to sneak into your cargo hold.
When he's on board, I'll wander down.
But he might not like
Alright.
he might not deliver his message though. If you guys keep interrupting.
Oh, I don't actually care about him delivering the
Okay.
message. I just wanted to follow him.
Noted.
I just told him that to make it seem like there was a good reason we were letting him go,
Mhm.
so that he wouldn't just go hide somewhere else. Give him an extra reason to go back to his masters.
I'll just say, I think I saw
Like-
somebody sneak on board your ship. You might want to have a look before you cast off.
Yeah, double check your cargo bays.
He
It's entirely
thanks
possible
you for
he's
the
good enough at
information.
hiding that he will get missed, but that's fine. I did what I did.
And then you later see the crew
Yeah.
start scouring the ship looking for people, and from a distance you can see him getting caught and bullied off of the ferry.
Yeah.
All right, now where does he go?
Now where does he go? We keep tailing him. Well, maybe we'll see what he does. I guess I don't know if we'll
Well,
keep
it's
tailing him
obvious
for
his
that much
intention
longer.
is to get back across the river.
Yeah. We like watch
So
him
I
get
don't
in
know.
another ship. We're like, aha! Get him again!
Uh,
No, I don't know. There's limits to what we can do there, probably, but it's like we see him try to sleep, we just start throwing shit at him to wake him up. Hey, you think you can sleep?
yes.
We're just here to terrorize you the rest of your life. We don't have anything better to do.
I don't think we're going to get anything from him at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't like he just starts pacing the docks. It looks like he's just maybe looking for another opportunity.
Another ship, yeah.
Yeah, alright, well that's fine. He'll get there eventually, but
I
we
just
head
want to
back.
put this guy out of his
Our
misery.
message will get delivered.
Yeah, that's what's really important, is that our message gets delivered.
We have more important things to deal with at this point in time, though. So
Yeah, it seemed like they were just after us still because of the mask.
yeah.
Although, I told him, I don't think he believed me, but I told him we didn't have it.
Although in
I mean, he believed
retrospect,
you,
if
Layla, that
anybody
you didn't
knows
have it,
about
but
this,
he still kind of figured your group had it. And when you guys all convened, it was, you could tell by his body language that he was starting to disbelieve your original bluff.
Yeah.
if anybody knows about the Sky Pharaoh, it's these guys.
We could have told him, I guess, that we handed
Right.
the mask over to, like, the Temple of Nethys here or something.
Let's just work on getting into the temple at this point in time. That's our most clear path.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I think that we should tell the lady that we're here to see the high priestess, and if she tells us that, oh, that she's not, we bluff her to say, oh, but you misunderstand, like we've already booked an appointment with her.
Right. Sure. I'm up for that.
Yep. I agree with that. Because from what we gathered, from asking around town, it sounds like that's where she's at. Like nobody was able, like I asked a lot of people, and I think I got pretty good information. Like a lot of people didn't know, but the people that did give me they did give me information about her, so we're pretty confident that she was at the Shrine of Nethys.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's rest and then go for it. I'm also gonna pick up my flail in the morning. So next day.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think so, unless something happens during the night.
Okay. You guys go back. And you're greeted by the same
Okay.
woman.
Alright, I tell her we're here to see the High Priestess.
She asks you what your reasons are.
Is this the same woman?
Mm-hmm.
I tell her that we were advised to be very tight-lipped about what we're discussing. That it's for her ears only.
She says, well, I'm sorry she's not available right now. She's busy with both civic and religious duties at the moment.
Yeah, well, and then I use the bluff we were talking about earlier, where I say, well, she already told us to meet with her. Like we already have an appointment with her.
Aha, fine bluff.
You guys want to roll a sense motive?
Sure.
Little do we know, this is the priestess.
Maybe.
Mm,
It
it didn't seem like it.
Layla, you can tell that she doesn't buy your bluff. She knows that's not true. You can tell by her body language she knows that's not true. And she apologetically suggests that you come back the next day.
All right. Reconvene, everyone. Group huddle. All right, new plan. We turn
Alright,
invisible
so we.
and we sneak past that way. Probably
Well,
won't.
do
Probably,
we know where the High Priestess's, I don't know, quarters or room or chamber, where in the temple would they be?
Can we just impress upon her like the urgency of the matter? Like just a few moments to authorize our.
So we have two other options of options we can use to communicate with her directly. Because yeah, if we know where she is specifically, we can actually use that whispering wind mess thing to like talk to her, right? If we knew where she's at in the temple, we could like talk to the
Right.
head priest like directly. I wonder if these bird feather tokens might work better for that too. So it creates a small bird that can be used to deliver a small written message unerringly to a designated target. So that one might work too. I might even have to know where she's at. Like it might be able to just find her.
We don't know what she looks like or anything though.
Yeah, but we know who she is. I mean, they might.
If we could
somebody
find
might.
out, like, who does have a meeting or something with the High Priestess, we could try and, like, disguise someone as that, like, person or something and try to get the audience that way.
Yeah, I mean, we could gather information, try to do that, I guess. But
I'll
alternatively,
ask
we.
the woman at the door. It is imperative that we continue our research into this matter. Is there anything we can do to facilitate an audience with the High Priestess? Or barring that, even just simply gaining authorization to access the records?
I'm really sorry. Only she can give you authorization, and she's so very busy today. Come back tomorrow.
There's nothing that we can do to alleviate her tasks for the day in exchange for assisting us in this small matter.
Not today.
All right, I want to do the bird feather token. I think. What's
Okay.
what should we write in a message? Do you think that would make her want to talk to us? Like, I
We
mean,
know the name Hakotep. Let's discuss this further. They're obviously trying to hide this information. And
yeah,
if the Sky King is general, then his specific name could actually pique her interest.
yeah.
Of course, then
So
she might
we
just
could.
invite us in and try and murder us all, but, whatever.
I mean, it's closer what we're looking for. But yeah, because I got 3 of these bird feather tokens. I could use one to like write a note to her. saying like we need to discuss the Sky Pharaoh Hakotep.
I mean, if we really
Do
want to
we-
get saucy, we can say, and his relationship to the erudite eye, which might be, enough of a hint that we might know what the mask is without actually saying we have the mask. So let's do it. Write that message. Send that bird.
Okay.
All right, yeah, let's try.
So what was the message?
Something-
Just real quick.
Like do we want to say like we already know about it, or are we just ask the same? I guess yeah. We'll name drop and stuff. Like we need to access the library. To get information about the Sky Pharaoh Hakotep and his relation to the Erudite Eye. We'll just name drop a bunch of shit, and then do we tell them like we need to tell them who we are, or tell her who we are, obviously. So yeah. What was our party's name again?
Oh,
I was just
our
thinking what our
like
name was.
our group name?
Yeah. I don't actually
That's a good
remember.
question.
The Silver Scorpions?
Scarabs, maybe? I like scorpions.
Yeah, I don't remember exactly,
Scarab
but
Society is when I played this game last. The previous campaign I played this in.
yeah. I mean, I could mention that like we're the
mention our
group.
name.
I could put our like some of our names in, but I could specifically mention because he's the most distinctive person in the party, which would be Raztak. Be like we're the group that's been visiting that has a knoll in it.
We call ourselves the Wiz and his pops.
Oh man.
You guys are the pops.
Oh man.
Okay.
So that'd be basically the written note.
All right. And you send it.
I send one of the bird tokens. I'm gonna drop that number down to 2. Hopefully it gets to her.
Okay. And then what do you do?
We wait around for a little bit.
Okay. You wait around for a little bit.
See if somebody comes out for us or something.
You did tell her that we'll be waiting out front? Or how to contact us?
I just said who we are.
Okay.
Nobody comes out, and the lady seems mildly annoyed that you're within her view, and
No, we're just like hanging out in her view. Yeah,
says
I
you
wave at
can,
her once in a while.
We're loitering.
You can leave. Come back tomorrow. And depending on how long you guys
I
stay,
insist. Yeah, I tell her that like this is the only business we have in this city. It's very urgent. We don't have time for other frivolous activities.
and at some point, one of her like messenger handmaiden type ladies comes up and then runs off, and then shortly after 4 guards come and start to escort you guys away.
Alright. I, in the most polite way possible, say thank you very much for helping us to the lady at the front.
And the guards say,
In the most
you can come back tomorrow.
Scathingly polite way. Oh, the guards escort us in and then say we can come back tomorrow.
They're not escorting you in. They're
Nice.
escorting you out, away. Like,
Oh, okay, never mind. I misunderstood.
unless you fight them, they come to you and say, "All right, time to leave the premises. You gotta go. You can come back tomorrow."
Okay.
All right.
I mean, there's other options. I just don't like them.
Right. We
What
could
do
just
you
sneak
think,
in.
yeah?
We just go in without a permission.
There's a few
Let's
ways we
see.
could
I
do
don't
it.
know. If this lady won't let us see the person, is there? I don't know. Is there any other thing we can do? Like, can we? Does any? Is the skill linguistics is required to like forge things, right?
Yes.
I think
Yeah,
that's
you
what
can
we use for
forge.
forging.
We
I
would
think
just
it's
need to know what
linguistic
we're
symbol
forging.
off.
If you know
Let's
what
try and
to
forge like a thing to like, oh, like here's proof. Like we need to talk to her or something.
Really? You use
So-
linguistics for forging? Like if I want to make a sword?
Sure.
Thank
We'd
you
have to
for
go find,
wasting
like, a
10
sample.
seconds
Well,
of
if I
our
want to
time.
forge a forged sword.
Did
15
Did the
seconds.
people at the library tell us that if this was the only person who can grant us access?
Yes.
I mean, that's what she said.
You have to get a permission slip, which is gonna have a. If you asked her to describe what it looks like, she would have told you it had a seal and a signature and words. And you have to have.
Maybe we can forge a thing for the people.
Well, there's one other possibility here, and that is we try to just bypass the woman at the front door and access the high priest directly.
Right.
So we sneak in, and then if she rebuffs us at that point in time, if the high priestess herself says no, then we pursue alternate means of access.
Or you could just come back tomorrow.
Yeah, but we already tried that and it didn't work. But I mean, we did something different this time, so we could see if that worked. Like maybe there'll be like a note saying, "Oh yeah, by the way, let the Knoll his friends in."
I'm willing to give it one no more day if we want to just wait and see. I'm willing to accept that.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go pick up my flail in the meantime. My +1 adamantine heavy flail. It's very pretty.
Yes.
It costs a
it
lot
is
actually
ready.
to. Doesn't it cost extra to enchant adamantine? Now that I think about it.
That's
No,
that's cold iron.
Oh, cold iron is okay.
Yeah, because cold iron is like it's good for like things that are like fey and magic and stuff like that. So it's partially resistant to
It's
being
really
enchanted.
hard
So
metal.
it takes more effort to
Yeah.
do cold iron. Adamantine is just expensive to forge.
Yeah, that has the more expensive base costs.
I think
so-
it's just because it's
but
rare.
I guess if it doesn't cost. Yes.
Yeah, it's rare. Okay, well, let's try this again, I guess. We rest, and then we'll go back.
All right, let me move the calendar forward. All right. You go back. And she looks at you guys as you guys come in, and she says, "Oh, I'm sorry. She's really busy today. Lots of civic duties."
Hmm.
Okay, so
Is there anything you want to say
we all
back
realize
to
at
her,
this point
though?
that there's no way to get through.
I mean, I don't know if there's anything we can say that we haven't already said to her at this point.
You guys can try checks. You know, those things called skills.
All right, yeah, I already rolled those.
It's
I
a
rolled pretty
new
well on them
day.
last time
It's a
too.
new day. Wink.
Well, all right. I mean, I'll say I'm pretty sure this is very important. I'm willing to bet that if you don't, the information that we're dealing with is probably important enough that if you don't let us talk to the High Priestess, and we eventually get to talk to her anyway, she'll be very cross with you.
Oh, okay. She sighs heavily. And she whispers over to one of her maidens, and the maiden runs off. And she says, "She will tell you. Come." And she starts to lead you guys inward.
All right. She had to be persistent, I guess.
We'll see.
1d3 days persistent. Luckily, you guys only had a small roll. Yeah. All right, you guys get in, and it's
I have to step away for a moment.
well guarded. She's well guarded. And you guys come into a room where there is the priestess and some of her clergy, as well as the temple's guards. And there is a circle on the ground. And she asks you to all step into it. And I will give you guys a picture of her in a second. But I also need will saves. Now you can choose whether or not to do this. Stepping into the circle.
Like Whiz Pops maybe do a knowledge arcana to know what the circle is?
If he
like I'm assuming it's a spell.
If he wants to.
Yeah.
Ask Whiz Pops, what is this thing?
Would I not want to? Oops.
Well, it wasn't your idea, so I don't know. Would you?
Crap. I had such a good roll too.
Let me add the entry log. You guys meet. What's her face? I'm still trying to find her picture. I don't know where I lost it at. Oh, right, it's on the here.
Well, I will try to convince her to tell us what the circle's for in that case. Like I'll try to, say like, I mean no offense, but I'd like to know like what this is about. Ever since we've gotten a hold of the knowledge and artifacts that we've been dealing with over the last several weeks, there have been a lot of attempts on our lives, so please excuse the paranoia that we might be exhibiting here. And I rolled really terribly too. So maybe she just doesn't tell me.
She says, "It is so you do not lie. Please step in."
Okay.
All right. I do.
Yeah, I'll roll the will save, but I'm not too concerned if I fail it. So I'm not really planning to lie about anything, I don't think, but...
Okay, I got about 10-15 minutes, and then I'm gotta go.
Okay, that's about how long I have to.
Yep.
Are we all going
So we were let
through
in.
this circle-y thing?
Well, she wants us all to.
What's the circle?
Well, you guys look fine, right? After
She said it was a... Yeah, I go in and look fine, probably. She said it looked like she said it was so we wouldn't lie to her. So I'm assuming it's a circle of like a zone of truth or something like that.
Okay.
Okay, I'll go through.
That's quite the headdress.
Oh, she's probably wearing the headdress right now too.
I needed a will save?
If you want to try and
if
resist
you
it.
want to resist it.
Yeah, you can intentionally like say I don't have anything to hide and fail
No,
it.
I'm not going to.
So who is resisting then, out
That's
of the
right.
rolls that I see?
Well, I mean, I'm trying
like-
to, yeah.
Okay,
Everybody
Liz
else is
is-
attempting to, yeah.
Well, some of these rolls happen before you guys know. Well, okay, either way. All right. And then when you guys do step into the circle, some of her priests begin to cast a spell.
All right.
Whiz pops?
Layla, you know that they're casting Discern Lies.
Okay, so it's just another way to.
And they
Okay.
begin
tell.
concentrating.
Yeah, whatever. You know what
Just
it
an
is.
extra
you tell me it's
layer.
safe.
And she says, "Why have you come?"
I tell her we're attempting to research more information about the Sky Pharaoh Hakotep.
What do you know about the Sky Pharaoh?
Not much other than that he was connected to the recent undead uprising in Wadi in some way.
He has a cult that worships him.
Yeah, we were just attacked
And
out in the
that,
streets the other day by some of his cultists.
Yep. And that apparently people don't want to know about him.
And why would you need to research more on him? None of those reasons seem like any reason to continue a research.
I guess we were just trying to figure out the motives of this cult. They've been a thorn in the side of the citizens of Wadi for quite a while now.
Yeah, and a lot of other people are telling us that this is a person who doesn't exist, which contradicts what this cult is saying. We need more information to combat them with.
I think you can deal with the cult without researching. I deny access to the library.
We need it as well because of this artifact that we got as well. That I think used to be in his possession. We don't really fully understand either.
You have this artifact?
Well, I don't have it. But yes, we do
I don't.
have it. I actually don't remember who has it in their inventory.
Nimitep.
Yeah, Nematev's holding on to it.
I checked.
It's the only reason Whiz Pops hasn't put it on yet.
I
Right.
checked who had it, so I know. No, in character, Wiz Pops agrees that it's dangerous. Out of character, I don't care. I just want to have a cool thing.
She says, "I am sorry. I cannot access you, grant you access." And she says, "This meeting is coming to a close." And she starts to stand up. And as she does that, like a human slave girl enters the audience chamber. And she
And does something.
prostrates herself on the floor in front of the governor, begging to deliver a message. And the high priestess then excuses herself and takes the slave to one side to listen to the message. And you guys can roll a perception.
Okie dokie.
You guys all hear or overhear the whispered conversation. The slave tells the high priestess that she has been sent by Her Excellency Muminofra of Sothis, who requests the governor's presence immediately. With a resigned sigh, the priestess abruptly ends the meeting with the PCs and exits the room. PCs, you guys, with you guys.
Yes.
Who are these PCs?
Let me grab this copy. Name drop for you. The slave still remains there. Just kind of looking around the chamber, checking it out.
He's like, now what do I do? Or maybe he's like, this place is really nice. I can't believe I gotta come here.
Well, she's probably waiting for like
their
people
next
to basically
assignment or
to see
whatever.
her out or whatever, because they're just a slave,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, but they're probably about to escort us out of here, right? I guess somebody wanted to go talk to her. That's an opportunity,
So
right?
hold on, Matt like didn't quite hear the name, so I guess I'm just gonna go. You said the slave's there, so Raz goes and asks, "Who is that person that you mentioned with the M?"
Oh, it's the wise and magnificent mistress, Her Excellency Muminofra of Sothis.
Okay, I gotta write this down.
Sothis is
name.
like the
in the
capital
chat.
of Osirian, I think.
She continues,
we probably
Fanbearer
would know
on the
that.
right side of the king, who has blessed the people of Tefu with her presence.
She does
So
sound.
maybe
This person sounds pretty important.
that's who we go to next, because she seems like the high priestess seems to like getting bossed around by her. Be like, we're going above her head. We're taking it to your boss.
Why don't we just break into the frickin' library at night?
I mean, that's an option potentially too, but libraries are dangerous.
It closes
man.
at midnight.
Libraries are
Libraries,
dangerous.
libraries,
Well,
libraries
it
in
seems like the
Galarian
book is
especially,
giving
they're
us
dangerous.
like a lead here, so let's try not to break into the thing.
Because I'm lawful, and
Okay.
until we've exhausted all normal means, I don't want to go that route yet.
Right. Yeah, it seems reasonable that maybe we should try to meet with Her Excellency
Okay.
Muminifra.
I asked the slave if they could tell us where we might be able to find audience with the great and excellent Mominofra.
Diplomacies?
Oh, I'm good at that. Hiya.
That was an assist.
You guys don't need me. Layla, good
She
diplomacy
says
too.
Her Excellency is in Tifu as a personal representative of the Ruby Prince himself, though the slave is unaware of her exact nature of her mistress's business in the city. She tells you that oh my god, I lost my line. She is currently residing in the Palace of Gentle Reeds, just outside the old city, and she also tells you, because your role was so good, she divulges that she has summoned the priestess many times since arriving in Tenfu, and it's likely to continue to do so. Her Excellency speaks for the Pharaoh and expects to be obeyed at all times. In a hushed whisper, she says, confines that Mama Fra has an alleged habit of tossing those she dislikes to the crocodiles and laughing as they are eaten. She is a great lady with great appetites.
How can we avoid being tossed to the crocodiles? What
Just do
what
what
are
she
things
says,
that would please her?
Right?
I just make her happy, yes.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Divulge
do what,
in anything
just do what she says.
wants. Yeah.
This sounds like an important noble, like right hand
Yeah.
of the king. What does Raz know about her?
I don't know. This is the first time I've heard about her.
But you have knowledge nobility. That's sort of what I was getting at.
Right. I don't know.
Wiz Pops has knowledge and ability as well.
I don't know much though, probably.
Yeah.
Wiz Pops
I have every knowledge. I'm a
knows
int-based
enough
character.
to know that she's the personal representative of the Ruby Prince. She has the power to influence and override Tefu's High Priestess, but staying on the notoriously capricious, or staying on her. Their words are weird to me.
Like staying on her good side is difficult.
Yeah. Her name is so hard
Yeah.
to say, I keep getting tripped up when I see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a challenge to stay on her good side. And you remember her being quite a you've seen a picture of her. She's a very voluptuous lady.
Yeah. Like capricious.
Okay.
I mean, she's very erratic. She's very like it's hard to.
Gives and
Yeah.
gives, like whatever she feels.
Yeah. So that's what makes it hard. Like when you're asking, like, what do you do to stay on her good side? It's like, well, that's hard to say because
Yeah.
she's not very predictable that way. All right. Well, I think that's something we'll have to do up next session
Yeah.
because I actually got to get going here. So
Yeah, that's a good place to
Thank
start.
you.
yeah,
Yep, that's fun.
it
Thanks.
was a fun session though. Like I enjoy the ones like these sort of like investigative kind of gameplay.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? We all need to get Cordier's outfits. Because these like fancy tailored clothes are the kinds that people wear in the courts of nobles. So while we're wearing it, we don't get penalties to influence nobles and stuff like that. So I think Cordier's outfits are a good idea.
It's probably a good idea.
Then maybe we can, I don't know,
Or-
gather some information about this moment over. How we
Maybe
can
she'll
avoid
like you,
getting tossed to the crocodiles.
maybe she'll like you in a more exotic form. Who knows?
Maybe?
Nobles can be boring.
I suppose.
All right. Yeah, so next week, you guys do have many options. You don't have to pursue that, but that is an option. As WizPops brought up an alternative. There's options.
Yeah,
All right.
breaking in was always like the default. If nothing else is working, this is what's going to happen.
Right.
Yeah.
Or if we have like an extremely confident rogue.
I am an extreme.
If we had Nizzo.
Right, but a
Capri
less
would've done it.
lawful. Well, Nizzo. Wait.
Oh, yeah,
was Nizzo
Capri.
lawful?
Nizzo, I think he was lawful.
Oh, then he might not have done it as a jump to option. Probably not.
But Nizzo is more, even if he's lawful, it's more of like he has this own principle that like there's no lock that is better than the ones I make.
Oh
so
yeah, no.
I don't have to respect anything else other than my lock.
Oh, the locks weren't mine, so
Okay,
of course I can
have a
do
good
it.
The way you would
Take care, everybody.
Nizzo into it is making him prove his. Anyway, yeah, I gotta get going. So see you guys
Yep.
later.
See.
Yep, this was fun. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.